Okay, you students, let's come back with the second part of the first chapters, and after we take a break, all right, so that we come back to this part, okay, and then when you have your draft, you better to chat with the non-experts. Why? The non-expert could be who? Your friends, your member of your family. Why you need to consult with them? To explain your research to such a non-expert will force you to think about what is not important. Okay, it means like make a non-technical chat, and then to make sure that your first draft of the paper is clear enough to the other people, clear ideas in your hand. But is when you talk about your research with other people, is it clear with other people or not? Some idea about how hard or easy it is for non-expert to understand your subject. This is the point. Okay. 11. When you have your paper, it is a good idea to give a mini presentation to colleagues. See, your colleagues could be your friend in the class for what? For useful comments and criticism. Okay, they can give you alternative interpretation. They can help you understand your anomalous findings. They can help you reassure that it is okay to include your negative findings, and they can help you bring your attention anything that have been missed out. Talk to your friend. 12. Okay, next. Let's see. Key finding. Okay, and contribution. Okay, the main thing is what? Key finding, contribution. Okay, and the important thing is that key findings, because when you submit your papers to any journal, you should be able to get reject or accept. There are some referees rejecting could be like not acceptable, no new knowledge, science or discovery is present, no new knowledge, science or discovery is present, so is rejected. So it can saying that the whole paper that you have written is useless because it's not acceptable, it's not knowledge. See, so this comment it can judge your paper. So you have to think about what? You have to have an absolutely clear idea of what your research goal is. Your research goal, what is it? And what is your most important finding are, and how you demonstrate that they are true or not. See? And how this finding differ from and add to previous knowledge. See? You need to have your point that outstanding difference, so your paper will be accepted. Okay. All right. So the important, you have to be clear. Okay. You need to have clear message. Okay. And then implicitly, you know it well what important all your findings are, but you need to make it what? Clear message. See right here. And then is it good idea to make a list of key findings, okay, that you have found out, okay, and choose the most important one to fit in space you have available, okay, and then your explanation of what you have found. See, explain what you have found, and then write explanation saying why you think each of finding is true. So this is the point, okay, in writing your paper for each section. All right, next part. Think about how you can highlight your key findings. How you can highlight your key finding right here. Okay, so there's a 5 point that you need to keep in mind. Oh, sorry. All right, I need the square. Okay. No, what's wrong with it? All right, I'm sorry. No problem. Okay, what is in here? Key finding. You need to talk about what? What problem are you trying to solve or investigate? What problem of your research that you're trying to help? For example, this research is trying to help students to learn grammar by using mind mapping. See, to learn grammar better than before. Key finding. How did you solve? How did you solve it? So, how did you solve it? Solve the problem. It is mean the problem. Okay. And number 3, how does your solution or investigation differ from previous approach? Differ from previous approaches. Number 4, so you need to consult what? Literature of the other researchers. What did you discover? What did you finding? See? Number 5, how do your finding differ from what is already in the literature? See? And what do they mean? See? Your finding differ from. Okay? This is about your solution or investigation, different form. This is about the findings. Okay? So this is about how you conduct a research. Okay, so let's move on. All right, so when you rewrite your paper, you need to rewrite your paper. You think about what you have done. Okay, sometimes you can remove some sentences. You revise, you rewrite, you draft, you write it again and again. All right, and 1.14, always have reference in mind. Referees, always have the referees. Referee is the one who read your papers. Okay, could be referee 1, R1, R2, R3. R1 is top experts. R2 is the retired expert. R3 could be the PhD student or master degree students in your case. Okay. You have the referee is mean like your mentor, your person to read it before you actually submit. Okay. But the top experts in your field, they are the expert that know most about the topic. See, this is that kind of person. Okay. But they could be very busy. Okay. Some referees may are interested in the paper in the sense from the scientific point of view. Some may be concerned with language errors, and they not have time to make detailed analysis of everything in your writes. To keep in mind. They are very expert, but they have very limited time to read your paper. Okay, and the retired expert, they have a lot of times. They have a lot more time. They have no work, have more time, and then they tend to get into greater details in both scientific and language point of view. You need to look for this kind of experts. Or the next group of people who can be your reader. Okay, this could be the master degree student. They might have not much knowledge as much as you, okay, but their PhD students maybe less than your own, but they can make a good evaluation of your work as well. Okay. 15. Reference and English level. When you write English paper, you need to write a paper with a completely accurate English. Write a paper in completely accurate English is mean very correct. Some paper have been rejected because of poor writing skill. But some paper that is construct well, easy to read, may be accepted. See, you keep in mind, have to be easy to read, but well constructed. Okay. When they look at your paper, they look at how the paper flow and how easy it is to read. Okay, but the non-native speaker like us seem to focus on grammar and vocabulary metrics. Okay, and also use simple language. Okay, simply use simple language. But from the research, from the survey at Stanford University, it's saying that 86%, they're saying that use complicated language when writing scientific paper just to make themselves sound more knowledgeable and intelligent. They boast themselves. They show off themselves. They use the big words. So keep in mind that once again, you focus on how the paper flow and how easy it is to read. Keep it simple. Okay. All right. Then the next one. This is a point about how to keep referee happy. Okay. If you want to happy the referees, the person who reads your paper, the referees or the readers, the outside readers, they have no obligation to read your paper. They do not pay. Non-experts or less experienced person can understand. Write in a way that normal people understand your paper. No read your paper. Okay. And the point number 3. Okay. Make your paper interesting enough for an expert. Try to ensure enough meat, which is make sure that your paper has scientific substance for the expert. Okay. But you don't have to write in the big word in a very complicated way. You just include enough detail that get experts' interests. Number 4, look at the form used in the referee's report. In some reports, some journal have got the form, the evaluation form. Journal has standard form to use referee when writing the report. You study that form. So you want to make sure that your paper can fit into that criteria. Okay. And the guideline, okay, using the form as guideline for your writing. Some example, okay, some points that you can look at it. What is it? Such as, is the reason novel and or of international relevance? Okay, it have the relevance. How is the research relevance in terms of novel and novel of intentional relevance. Number 2, does the attendance fit into the aims? Okay, fit the aim and scope of the journal or not? They can be yes or no. Okay, when they evaluate any paper. Okay, and the parts grammatically and clearly when it writes. The next criteria is the writing style succinct and appropriate to the work. They look at writing style. Title appropriate to the content. Title and content have it appropriate to each other or not. Are the conclusion borne out or it has evidence and argument or not? So if most of it say yes, it means that your paper it seem to be accept. Last part it's 17. Write director in English to find way to improve your writing skill. We are Thai student. We are Asian student. Some of us might think about, well, just drop in our language and then we translate from our language to English language. Would it be more easier? Easier, not more easier, I'm sorry. Well, it's suggesting that write director in English rather than in your native language. Okay, this may be hard, but you have to try. That's not a big deal. Okay, once you try one by one, you will be able to understand it. Okay, you make it reliable and accurate. Okay, you write some reason it's much easier to write paper if they have already written note in English throughout. Okay, already written note in English throughout the research project. So you make notes and then you write accordingly. Okay, and then it also means that when you will get a lot of practice in writing English and may help you discover any gap in your understanding of your topic. Okay, and then you can have the native speaker to correct your written English. Okay, and then you can consult your colleague, set up the writing group. Okay, have your friend to read each other's paper. Okay, or one way to improve your writing skill, and raising your profile in your area, you might write letters to journals. Okay, you can think about like writing letter to journals. Okay, maybe a very short letters, 200 word longs. What you can write to the journal in the letters. Okay, it can be an abstract. Okay, you can write an online response to the letters. Okay, all right, and the last part, you can consult online resources. Okay, for more information. All right, in summary, what I have discussing over this chapter is what? When you write a paper, you consult with professor and colleague about the journal where you can send your paper to be published. Next, match your topic to the journal or match the journal to your topic. Download the guideline for authors. Okay, it will help you with style and structures of your paper. Choose the frequently cited paper in the journal to be a model. You look at what in the model? How argument has been constructed. You look at the way your research is different, okay, from and then innovative, okay. Next part, you choose the paper as the model to map your research, model to map your research, to see how are they construct, okay. You choose different papers and then make a single model, one model, many, okay, and then you imitate the style. And next part, in summary, you note down useful the phrase from your model papers. You can learn in your paper, you can use in your paper the best order to write of the various section of your paper, okay, the organization of your papers, okay. So normally the drop up of abstracts and whichever sections could be materials, methods, and then so on and so forth, and then you have separate documents for each sections, okay. So you can work on different sections at the same time, all right. Make sure you have unique contribution to your communities, to your ELT communities. Write in a way that even a non-expert can understand. Referee, they can read it for you. Read your manuscript. You get the referee report forms as the criteria to evaluate your work. See? Write directly in English, okay, and use online resources. So this is the way you plan, okay. This is the way you can plan and prepare your writing research paper. All right, okay, thank you very much for your attention, and then all right, let's take a break.